In this part of the video, we will be discussing the Health Research Data Demonstrator System. We'll be showing how aligned researchers have been helping to deliver high-quality healthcare data across the UK's National Health Service with the help of the Metadata Catalogue, a tool for capturing, managing and documenting metadata. We'll illustrate the features of the tool that enable model-driven software and data engineering processes, and share some of the success stories that have been achieved as a result. Whether you have a small spreadsheet or a large federated data warehouse, the key to making the most of your data is understanding its semantics. In order to share your data with others, to reuse it for a different purpose, or to link it to other data stored elsewhere, you have to know what it means. At its simplest, this is just knowing a data type and having a description of how that data has been collected. But you may also know how the data has been curated, where it was created in the context of business processes, or how it relates to recognised standards. To do this at scale requires automation, tools that can do the hard work for you and allow the rest to be done collaboratively. Our Metadata Catalogue tool provides a common framework in which to store descriptions of data alongside data standards, terminologies and dictionaries, providing common reference points by which to describe data. The catalogue is able to automatically import models, structured descriptions, from relational databases, XML schema, spreadsheets, and UML diagrams. A collaborative editing environment allows the iterative development of models in a clean, simple fashion, just suitable for domain experts to really focus on the things that are important. The catalogue facilitates reuse of data models. Parts of one model can be dropped into another. This will make it easy to reuse data in the future and can help to proliferate data standards. Describing data is made easy. Links to existing descriptions are automatically suggested, classes of data can be described in a single place, and creating new versions of models maintains any semantics already expressed. Finally, the models can then be exported in a variety of different formats, as relational databases for storing data, or as XML schema for data transport, or as forms for collecting data from scratch. Models for software engineering tools can also be generated. For example, by generating specifications for our Semantic Booster tool, we enable the complete automatic generation of working information systems. In this way, the catalogue can be used as an IDE for an agile, model-driven approach to software and data engineering. We'll now illustrate the advantage of the catalogue with 3 case studies. In the first, the Oxford team have led their coordination of the Health Informatics Collaborative, a project funded by the National Institute for Health Research to promote the sharing of healthcare data in the UK. 5 of the largest research hospitals in the country, across London, Oxford and Cambridge, were asked to share routine clinical data on 5 therapeutic areas: in critical care, ovarian cancer, acute coronary syndromes, hepatitis and renal transplantation. Clinicians at the hospitals were asked to collaborate on the definition of a brand new dataset suitable for addressing a wide range of research issues within each clinical specialty. The hospitals were asked to share anonymised data matching these data specifications. The Metadata Catalogue provided tools for collaborative editing of dataset specifications, maintaining older versions for reference. XML schema were generated for data transfer between the sites, and the catalogue was able to generate Excel spreadsheets for documentation. One of the main problems with sharing data amongst healthcare providers in the UK is that each site may record their data points differently. Here, the catalogue provided another useful feature, allowing each site to document their own variations and details of any transformations required to translate data from one format into another. Each of the 5 data models had, on average, 250 data points of interest, and we were able to map relationships between the NHS's own data dictionary, as well as existing standards and audits in each area. The project has created combined datasets for the first time in these areas of clinical interest, enabling new research and, in some cases, better treatment. In the last couple of years, Oxford has also been involved in a large genetics programme, the UK 100,000 Genomes Project. The project was set up to revolutionise personalised medicine in the UK, starting with the whole genome sequencing of NHS patients with key forms of cancer, as well as patients and family groups with rare inherited diseases. Again, the catalogue was used by the scientists to develop new datasets for routine clinical data and brand new, bespoke models for each of nearly 200 rare diseases. The metadata catalogue was again used to generate XML schemas for data transfer, but also for electronic case report forms compatible with a widely used clinical trials management software. These forms were built to include terms from existing medical ontologies, including the Human Phenotype Ontology and SNOMED CT. For the pilot studies, the catalogue was also used to build databases, used to store the clinical and sample tracking data on submission. These databases were entirely generated by the data model. A change to the model in the catalogue resulted in a new schema for the database, along with an appropriate data upgrade. The project is now halfway to completion and would not have succeeded without the catalogue's provision of a central data model. The National Genomics Medicine Centres rely on the catalogue as the specification for prospective data collection, and those interpreting the data rely on its descriptions to make sense of the data collected. Initial results include confirmed diagnoses for patients with unspecified rare diseases and the refinement of lab processes for processing DNA samples at scale. A final example of where the catalogue has been providing benefit is the UK's Health Data Finder. This instance of the metadata catalogue, commissioned by the National Institute for Health Research, provides a portal for healthcare researchers in industry and academia, allowing them to discover national datasets. These datasets, collected at scale across the whole health service, are primarily collected by a number of different bodies for commissioning or audit purposes, but are of great value because of their size. There was no easy way to inform potential users exactly what those datasets contained, and the process for requesting data was time-consuming and prone to error. The catalogue now provides element-by-element descriptions for over 3,000 data points across more than 20 datasets. It stores summary metadata and usage information, sufficient for researchers to understand whether the data will help them answer a particular question before starting to request any of the valuable data. We are currently streamlining the process for requesting data by using the catalogue as a shopping cart, allowing researchers to select a set of data points to request, and generating queries to return those data points once sufficient governance checks have been made. The catalogue has provided a number of benefits to healthcare projects across the UK, but is continuing to be developed and extended. We are increasing the range of models that can be imported into the catalogue, and we are continuously improving the usability for non-technical domain experts, including graphical editing tools, automated search and suggestion, and new visualizations. We're especially interested in using these models as the basis for model-driven engineering, and so plugins are being written to generate or configure software components so that reuse of models can really instigate reuse of data. The catalogue has been used extensively in the domain of healthcare, but is fundamentally non-specific to any particular domain. Our work with the aligned partners is helping us to prove the technology in other domains. Our experiences with the tool show that it can be invaluable for software engineers and data engineers alike.